everyone. Welcome back and welcome to my channel, The Decorative Dreamer. Some of you may have noticed in my header on YouTube, I have seasonal decorating, embroidery, and quilting. And I have that on there because those are the things that I want to share with you guys as well. Today, we're going to take a look around my sewing room. It's a very small little space, but it's packed full of all that I need to get these wonderful fun projects done. It may look kind of cluttery to some of you, but I assure you it's very well organized, with the exception of the missing closet doors, because we replaced the floor not too long ago and we haven't put the doors on yet. I'm not even sure I want them because getting in and out of those small, tiny little closets can be a challenge when the doors are in the way. Anyway, that's another day. But today, I'm going to share with you a tour of my sewing room. I'm also going to do an accelerated version of an embroidery project. And I hope you'll stick around and enjoy that on the end. Also, if you're lucky, you'll get a sneak peek of my robe through the reflection of my TV in here. Yes, I did see that. I do know that. And I'm keeping it real here because I had to film that portion very early this morning. And it is what it is, you know. But thank you so much for being here. And I hope you enjoy the tour. All right. Let's take a look at where all the magic begins. This is my sewing room. And very soon, you could almost call it Santa's workshop. But let's take a look around while everything is still nice and clean. And I'll just touch on a few items that might be kind of fun and interesting for some of you that are more decorative and crafty. My cutting table is a combination of 2 cube shelves put together back to back. And I have it topped off with an old table, an old kitchen table that I found at a yard sale, actually a church sale. And I just took the legs off and slid it right over the 2 shelves. Even left the sides on there. Kind of holds the 2 shelves together nicely. This is where I store my scrap fabrics that I use for applique embroidery and some of my stabilizers on the roll. And I also, on the other side, store more yard fabrics, all in those bins as well. And I do try to color code. One of the things you'll notice about my room is the huge TV that my husband put in here after I said I wanted a TV. He got me a large one as he replaced our old one. And at first I was like, oh, that's way too big. But y'all, I enjoy this for watching YouTube how-to videos, as well as home decor and music while I'm in my room. It's really nice to have. On my walls, you'll notice this is where on these pegboards I store my threads and my hoops for embroidery. I have 3 different pegboards that I painted a deep turquoise color. I tried to do kind of a minty turquoise and rose theme in here in this room because it's colors that I love. It's calming and makes me very happy. The frames themselves are all like a gilded gold look, and I found each of these frames at thrift stores. All of them were already gold with very detailed edges around it. I did not repaint the frames at all. They were already this beautiful detailed gold. but I just fell in love with them, and I knew I wanted to bring that little touch to my craft room to spruce it up just a bit. The 2 tables on each side of my desk are IKEA tables, and they work wonderfully. These were marketplace finds. I have a 3rd one as well out in the foyer for upstairs that I use for painting on. Everything in this room is more geared towards embroidery and quilting. On the far wall here, my house of threads. I needed something to store my threads in that would keep them handy. I wanted to be able to see my colors very clearly. Most of the embroidery I do, I don't follow exact colors that are suggested with designs. I choose my own. I want to use the color palette that I want to use. And having my threads out like this displayed makes it easy for me to just grab the colors I need as I'm embroidering. The top little point on above the shelves, the thread shelves, that was found at Hobby Lobby several years ago, and I thought that would be cute over here, and that's why I've called it the House of Threads. The shelves themselves, my husband built for me after I realized what I needed and wanted to have them out here displayed on the wall. So we took measurements and calculated things, and this is what we came up with. Love it. My only problem is now I probably need another one, but I'm limited on wall space, which is why I have some threads over here on this pegboard as well. Okay, and the 2 tables I wanted to share with you. These, I have them covered, but they're husky tables. These are new. These are from Home Depot. They're new over the last, I think I got one last year, maybe one before. I don't know. But anyway, I have the husky label covered because it's a sharp metal piece and didn't want to take it off yet. And I didn't want the metal piece there to snag and grab hold of any fabrics. This part right here with the label. I may end up removing it, but it's going to leave holes, and I'm worried the holes might snag as well. So for now, the tape is working. But these are wonderful, wonderful tables to use in sewing rooms. I'm seeing more and more people in the groups I'm in that are getting them. They have a little knob. I'll show you real quick right here. That goes in like that, and you can raise them or lower them. So that's really cool. You can raise them all the way up to counter height if you'd like. These work great. They're very sturdy, and because they're on wheels, you can roll them around and readjust. Like, I like to put them back to back together when I'm doing quilting to give a large surface to work on. As you'll see, the zebra print lampshade I purchased it on a tall black lamp that I bought for my den. I didn't buy it for the lampshade, of course. I bought it more for the height and the size of the lamp to go on my wine bar over in the corner. And I was about to toss this, and I decided to hang on to it, so I stuck it in a closet. And then as more decorating went on in this room, and I had more prints and pulled things together, I remembered this shade, and I said, oh, that might be kind of fun. Add a little touch. Over in this section, I do have to point out, this is my favorite embroidery machine. This is my Baby Lock Spirit. It's a single needle machine, which simply means you have to change the threads after each and every step to get the desired color combinations. That might seem like a lot of work for some, but for me, I enjoy it. It's very calming and relaxing, And I just love to sit here and work on designs, which I'll share with you a project in just a moment. For now, this is the little setup that I have. I just wanted to share that with you so you could see. And then each side is one of my very first embroidery projects when I was first learning how to embroider. These are designs from embroidery library, and they're old-timey sewing machines and old-timey sewing utensils, or sewing scissors and shears and things like that. But anyway, this is my small little crafting room here. I say crafting, but it's a sewing and embroidery room. In my dormer window here, I have my 6-needle machine. It's an older machine. I actually don't use this one near as much as I do my single needle. This one you can program up to 6 different colors, and it just will keep going with the program. And then you can program a stop and change out colors if you need to do more than that. I really enjoy it. I bought it mostly for being able to do purses and bags where you need to get inside of the item, which can be tricky and sometimes impossible on the single needle if you don't have a good setup, or if the bag doesn't have much stretch. But anyway, so that's why I got the 6-needle. Over here is my other second favorite machine. That is my Baby Lock Symphony sewing machine. This is sewing only, where also my single needle is embroidery only. This machine over here is also an older machine. It was purchased on Marketplace, and I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. It was such a great find. Suits what I need perfectly, and I totally adore it. My computer area and desk area over here, I searched for quite a while for a white colored desk and finally found this at one of our estate sales. It was kind of funny. I overlooked it for hours and hours and hours, and then suddenly it was like, oh, wait, I need that. And that would work. So anyway, it came home with me, and I've enjoyed it ever since. One of my pictures here hanging was a painting from my grandmother, and I have to show you, lastly but not least, the little bling I put in here. This was, let me see if I can get a better angle. This was a find at Ross, of all places. They had a little hanging chandelier type item that it didn't have light. It's just the beads that hang off of a metal piece, and actually I have it positioned upside down so that it would fit over the globe. It's supposed to hang the other way with the larger row of beads on the bottom. I don't know if you can see, there's a top row and then there's a bottom row. But anyway, I turned it upside down so that the larger beads would be on the bottom and the small ones could fit snugly right around the top of the globe that's already there on my fan. Okay, well, this is my room, friends. I hope you enjoyed seeing this little tour of where all the magic happens. And now let's take a look at a project in action. So let's start with looking at the monitor on our computer screen. This is the design we'll be working with, and this is an applique project. To the right, you see all the steps we'll be using. here we are looking at the mess that I've left behind. I'll have to put all my threads back on the stand, back in place, as well as putting away my bags of scrap materials. It's a messy process, but it's so enjoyable to be able to create these 3 adorable little turkey ornaments. When the ornaments are finished and all cut out, I take them over to my crafting table. This is where I pull out my hole puncher, and this one is used for all sorts of different types of materials. It has several size options. I punch a hole in each of the circles that I embroidered that will keep the ribbon in place when I go to hang them. Then I take them over to my small little holiday tree that I've been doing all year. And here we are with the turkeys and the pilgrims and the Indians all ready for Thanksgiving Day. So enjoyable and so fun. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I hope you have a great week. I really appreciate your visits. Have a good day, y'all. Bye.